one of those fields where it is so much easier to show than tell. Wikipedia defines digital humanities as an area of scholarly activity at the intersection of computing or digital technologies and the disciplines of the humanities. That's correct, but it's also pretty broad. Let's look at some of the more in-depth aspects of this discipline, which, in the grand scheme of things, is still very much in its youth. One important thing to note is that digital humanities is not simply the regular humanities augmented by advanced technology. It stands on the same principles, sure, but it has some major differences. One major change that it comes down to is the difference between a tool and an environment. The digital humanities uses tools and does the work of the traditional humanities, but it takes it a step further to create a digital environment. Text recognition, data collection, 3D modeling, and even Zoom are all tools, but the environments they create are new spaces for intellectual existence. A PDF of an old document, a digital recreation of an ancient coliseum, an online classroom. These are places where ideas are exchanged and experienced in new ways. Probably the best example is Twitter. There is no physical Twitter space. It's all on your computer or your phone. But at the same time, people from all around the world and all walks of life are sharing ideas, showing videos, agreeing and disagreeing in a way that can only happen in our digital age. But digital humanities and the digital public humanities are not the same thing at all. This brings us to the difference that is probably the biggest advantage that the digital public humanities have: accessibility. Printless media breaks through many of the boundaries and hang-ups that traditional print media has. Although it wrestles with sustainability and profitability, the fact that a person can make a resource and instantly make it available to everyone in the world with an internet connection and a device is an amazing development that we often take for granted. The digital public humanities isn't always the most noticeable discipline, kind of like you don't notice the sidewalk as you make your way down the street, and yet, that sidewalk fundamentally changes the way you interact with that stretch of land. You can bike on it, walk without fear of getting muddy. A family with a baby can go for a walk with a stroller. You can do things you simply could not if the ground there was still unpaved dirt. It's such a hard to define discipline that I spent a whole video taking crack after crack at it without much of a solid definition. So here goes. Digital public humanities is an area of scholarly activity that integrates with the unique possibilities that digital technology has to offer. It provides people access to places, people, and ideas from around the globe, and incorporates viewpoints and perspectives from all walks of life. As programmed as much of it is, it requires immense creativity, and while many projects have a singular vision, the best harness the creative power of many. If you're hearing this and thinking, it seems like the digital humanities can look like whatever I want it to, you're absolutely right. And that's the best part.
Kenneth English.